What's going on, guys? Boat here, and it feels great to actually say that again. Like, to be fair, the amount of time that I spent, well, the intro that I actually put on my video, says the intro for me. I mean, I went 15 or so months using that intro, what's going on, guys, Boat here, and it suddenly just disappears. It actually does, it really does actually feel good to say it again. So, yeah, but anyways, yeah, welcome to this video. So, this is normally a topic that I would actually put into a longer video of mine. But I thought that this topic actually deserves a video for itself, simply because it is a pretty big topic that I believe many people, I don't even think anyone can find this as positive news when this actually started. But this is going to be a video on the whole YTFlowers situation. Now, what I want to quickly say is, if you are a YouTube video maker who is part of YTFlowers, preferably, I don't know how this video is going to turn out. As I say, I just make things up on the spot and say them. If I say anything that could, preferably don't take anything here personally. Like, I don't really want to go out there to offend you. The only way I can make this video, honestly, is to say what I really think. So if it does offend you, I do apologise. Of course, you can leave a dislike if you want. You can leave a comment and you can send your subscribers over to leave dislikes if you want. I don't really mind at all. I just want to make this video because a lot of people have been asking me to make a video on the whole YTFlowers situation. So, first things first, a lot of people were asking me, was I going to join YTFlowers? I was never invited. However, if I was invited, I wouldn't have joined. You all know by now that I have no interest in blurring. I don't need to talk for a minute saying that's because you should all know that by now, so I'll just leave that. Sure. But yeah, I was never actually invited. Now, of course, I have like 32,000 subscribers, so I would have actually been, I think, the second most subscribed person in the YTFlowers thing, behind the owner of it, really. So, yeah, obviously, you can see that I could have been invited quite easily, but obviously they decided not to. I don't know why they didn't, but I think they knew maybe that I wouldn't have joined. Maybe they knew that I had no interest at all, which is kind of cool. I actually find that as a sign of respect that they didn't actually ask me or anything, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, quickly just going to cover what I'm actually doing in-game. I'm doing mobilizing armies. A lot of people ask me for a mobilizing armies guide, and I'm just going to say, do not follow what I'm actually doing in-game now, because I'm actually going to scam this guy for, I think, full ceremonial would be quite a good scam. You ready for this one now? First scamming it now, I'm joking. He's a friend of mine, he's lending me it for a next solo because he's going off to do next, and he's now wasting my time. But yeah, if you actually watch what I do, I kill myself at the 3-minute mark, so that means I don't get any rank, but I do get credits. As you will see throughout this video, depending how many games I have, it'll probably be only 2 or 3 maybe, but you will see that my rank stays the same throughout the entire video. So, yeah, but I mean, just to get back into the topic, I'm not a member of YTFlowers. I never will be. I am happy to say that, and it will always be that. I know a lot of people who are watching this video maybe subscribe to the other video makers that actually are members of YTFlowers overall. Preferably, don't leave any hate comments towards them. I really don't like seeing like negative comments in my videos, and to start flaming out video makers on my channel can sometimes lead to video makers taking that, like, I don't know, if you actually know them, they just start hating me for no reason, pretty much. Like, I mean, if they came on this video, like, if they're watching this video, I mean, I'm not calling anyone out at all. I'm just making it as a majority about how the clan works. But if they're watching this video and they're reading hate comments, they'd probably be like, oh, that Bowie guy, yeah, I hate that kid, etc. You can understand what I mean, but that's not my comment. That was someone else's comment. It's just like, ugh. Yeah, wow, that's expensive, but yeah. I'm only borrowing this, so I'll give it back later. Shout out was for 1.5 million gold. It was rather a cheap one. I should have got more than that, I think, but yeah. Okay, that was a terrible joke, but yeah. Anyways, to get back into this video, what other things I'm going to say? Now, this video is actually fairly negative throughout the entire thing. Overall, wait, what just happened? You must only have oh, right, okay, let me quickly go and bank this do. Ring of Wealth. Next, Death Touch Darts. Yes, bank pin. Yeah, quick spoiler. I don't know when I'm uploading this, but yeah, I have 4 Death Touch Darts to do at next, so I will do that in a separate video. I'm pretty sure they're enjoyable to watch because, I mean, I have no way to. I'll most likely try not to put a spoiler in the title. I don't know. It depends how happy. If I get a 12 play, I'm gonna go mental and freaking put 1,000 spoilers in. Maybe I'll just put either. If I actually do get a drop, maybe I'll put like the usual, like the surprise drop or whatever, because then you don't know what I'm going to get. But you know I'm going to get something good, so it's worth watching. It'll be exciting because you won't know what it'll be. And of course I will live commentate it, so I will live commentate it, so you will actually get, what's the word? I don't even know the word anymore. You will hear my reaction. Sorry, I'm very bad at this. Anyways, getting back in topic. So I did say a bit of negative things about the clan, so I'm actually going to say my first positive thing about the clan. Now, the whole flowering scenario has changed quite a lot. Now, there are some of the bigger friends chats out there. I could say the name because you all know who these people are, but I don't want to, simply because people do take that as a shout out. Like, I know it's obvious it's not a shout out, but some people do like to you know what I mean by that one. But yeah, I mean, let's just use the bigger ones. Like, there's some flower chats out there that will take bets of absolute billions of GP, and you know for a fact that there is an extremely low, next to zero chance, pretty much a zero chance of you actually getting that money taken. Now, if we move this onto the YTFlowers thing, this is actually a lot of YouTubers who have dedication to their fans. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I don't know if any of them are going to start not making videos anymore because they can either make more money flowering or simply because they can't be bothered anymore because they're rich or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, as far as I'm aware, if you have a YouTube channel, you have some respect to your fans. No matter who you are, I think you respect your subscribers in some way. You have to. I mean, I don't know how you can't, to be fair. But if you have your subscribers betting on you, the odds of you scamming them must be lower. So in my opinion, the only positive thing that I can think of at the moment for the YTFlowers thing is that it's probably going to be fairly... This whole video could be considered a shout-out at this rate, but... The whole YTFlowers thing, simply because you're betting YouTubers who have respect for their fans, pretty much, they're probably not going to scam people because they have a lot at risk. I mean, they have their rank in YTFlowers and then they have their YouTube channel as well. So they would probably most likely not actually scam people. So that is probably the only positive side to the whole YTFlowers situation. Anyways, you're going to see in a second that I'm going to kill myself at the 27-minute mark. So do you remember? Don't follow me. If you want to take exactly the same guide as me, kill yourself at the 26-minute mark. It works just as well, and that is how you get rank as well as reward credits. But of course, I'm only here for credits. So yeah. As for the like, I don't really know what else to say. There's not really much topic. Everyone knows how flowering works. But overall, in my opinion, if I'm completely honest with the state of the game that it's in at the moment, people's main excuse, and I'm sure if any of the people who are actually in YTFlowers feel exactly the same as me, that there's a lot of aspects of this game that aren't fun anymore, so they just resort to flowering. If you don't enjoy PKing and you have nothing else to do because you don't skill or anything, they just go flower. Because I think as a flower host, it would be pretty exciting to do, simply because you don't know if you're going to get cleaned or not. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of YouTube video makers have actually turned towards flowering simply because they have nothing to do. Overall. But yeah, I mean, just to stay on that topic quickly, I actually just completely forgot what I was talking about. I mean, I've only came back. I really have no idea. I just had a complete memory loss for a second. And what did I just say? I have no idea. Alright, I need to get back into the commentary. Once I get back into commentaries, I'll probably be more fluent. Like, I'm probably stuttering a lot and all that. I need to get back into it, but I actually completely lost track of what I just said then. So I'm going to completely ignore it and just move on to what I was going to say overall, which I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, as for the clan itself, I don't know. The way... I don't find it that bad if people actually... flower. If they're a YouTuber and they flower, they're no different from a flower who's not a YouTuber on one condition, and that condition is that they keep on making the videos to the high quality, if not higher quality, than before. In my opinion, if a video maker is a flowerer, but like I say in the video I uploaded yesterday, had billions of GP in the bank and spent that billions of GP making the sickest videos on YouTube, I have absolutely no problem with that guy being a flowerer. Just unfortunately, a lot of people resort to real world trading. They see pretty much spending that much money onto making a video as a lot of in real life money to, yeah, you can't really see me, but the quotation marks around that, in real life money for the RuneScape money. They don't see it worth the investment if they're going to get, let's just say, if they're partnered on YouTube, the same views as if they did a welfare commentary. Things like that. That's the type where, in my opinion, I mean, I reckon if you're a flower and you sell a bit of GP, you realise how much you can make, and then you just complete. That's when it goes. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, for the members of the YTFlowers thing, in my opinion, if they are like all of them did actually upload the video of the YTFlowers thing itself, like the actual videos, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of a requirement just to get the clan known. So that one is kind of acceptable. It's obviously horrible to see and all that from the video makers. Like, it always is the sign of selling out when someone uploads a dicing video or something like that. But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's not that bad. If there's a video maker out there who's a part of YTFlowers, but he still makes the same videos he used to, once again, if not better, but he doesn't relate his flowering to his YouTube at all, in my opinion, there's completely nothing wrong with that at all. Now, I'm not saying that, and I don't want other video makers to think that, and then suddenly go and flower and then follow that rule thinking it's fine. In my opinion, flowering will destroy your YouTube on some count in the state of what flowering just currently is. So I don't really want to ramble on that for too long, but I'm sure you can all understand perfectly what I mean by that. Like, if let's say I was a flowerer, but I was still, like, obviously I just came off a break, so it's going to be harder to say this, but let's say if I was a flower host and I still created, let's say, a PK commentary every day and it was always high quality, if not me risking 50 million gold, I'm sure a lot of you wouldn't really care. Now, on some level, you may care because you'll be like, oh, that money was obviously flowered for, so it's not that fun to watch. Now, I don't know, that could be a fair one, but I mean, that is kind of my opinion on things. If people flower, but they don't like stop making the videos on YouTube and they're still there for the fans, they're just making a lot of money in the background, maybe real world trading too, I don't know. I mean, most of them keep it on the down low, so you don't know who real world trades overall. And now a lot of people are going to think that I do just because I said that, but overall, I don't really care, to be fair, if people think that I real world trade. I mean, it doesn't change anything. I don't real world trade, just to say the question, but obviously someone who does real world trade, apart from Dupy, is probably going to say that they don't real world trade as well. Like, you can understand that. It's kind of like common sense of how the world works overall. But yeah, that's just my opinions on the whole thing. So obviously cons outweigh the pros, but there's nothing we can really do about it. But yeah, if you think about it, it's not as bad as it seems. But yeah, if you want to follow some of the YouTubers who are actually in the YTFlowers situation, see if they actually stop making videos as often as usual, because they're just like, they go PK and then they're bored after 10 minutes, like, oh, come on, I'm just going to go flower or something. Simple as that. I mean, if you can choose between PKing and flowering, most of them are just going to go flower. If you don't have the flower option there, what would they do? They'd PK and they'd get the videos out. Simple as that. That's how it works. So that's my opinions on it. Of course, feel free to put your opinions in there. I mean, for all you know, everything I've said is completely opposite of what you think. I don't mind at all. I don't mind the ratings on videos like this. So you can rate this how you want, and yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say like, agree, dislike, disagree, blah, blah. I'm not going to bother going into that, because obviously with a video like this, the majority of people are probably going to agree. But yeah, feel free to leave your comments on what you actually think about the whole YTFlower situation. It is pretty sad to see that a lot of YouTubers are just willing to choose the flower, well, this flower scene like that. But, oh well, there's nothing you can do about it, so I guess we should just live with it. So yeah, that's about it from me, guys. So that is my opinion. You can please stop sending me YouTube inboxes on this if I'm joining or not. I'm not joining, just to say. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next video.